Hello. Oh, reception, I hope you're okay. Do you know, today is not my day with technology. You know, sometimes I have those days where I say the whiteboard's not my friend. Well, today I felt like that with my television, with the laptop, with my phone, trying to video it all. I've had to do this 5 times. Each time something has gone wrong. So wrong that I can't ignore it. So I'm hoping that this time I'm going to get to the end for you. Okay, so we're going to start with this question. What are tricky words? Today's session is all about tricky words. We're not going to be learning the sounds, we're thinking about the tricky words. So tell your grown-up, what is a tricky word? What makes them tricky? And how do we read them? That's right, they're tricky because we can't sound them out. So we just have to use our extra sharp eyes, like we've got these superpowers, we can just see them with our sharp eyes and remember them. We lock them in, don't we? Okay, so we're thinking about our tricky words that cannot be sounded out. Fingers crossed I get to the end of this video for you and the lesson's complete. Forgive me if I make some mistakes because I have done this so many times. Okay, now here are all of the tricky words that you already know really well, mostly. Except for this one sometimes still trips us up a little bit, and these two we sometimes get mixed up. My, me, was. And why is this one tricky? Because it sounds like there should be an O, and it's an A. And if we sounded it out, it would be w as was. And we don't say was, we say was. Okay, like this one is a hard one when we first start learning it, but we know it quite well now, I think. All. Ow. Can't sound it out, can we? It's tricky. It's all. Okay, let's go round the hat and see if our pointer can trick you. Because remember, the pointer doesn't always go round in a circle in the same way. It goes all over the place, so you've got to watch where it goes. Let's try. Are you keeping up? What's this one? My, me. My. Well done. Good practicing. Okay, I do not have my tricky word hat with me today. It's still in our classroom, probably feeling a bit lonely, so I'll pick it up this week when I go back to school. So we're going to pretend I've got my tricky word hat, and the words are going to pop out of this hat on the screen. Are you ready to do the special spell with me? Ready? Izzy wizzy, let's get busy. What's the tricky words today? What are we going to see? Let's have a look. If you know it, you might be shouting at the television screen right now. You might be saying to me, it's they. And if you have done that, well done. Superstar. If you don't know it, don't worry, you will. If I cover this yeah, we can see a word within they. Do you recognise it? Yeah, it's the. It's the with a y. And later, when I ask you to spell this word, I will say to you, remember that trick? The with a y. Okay? They. And the action we gave to this one was they. Can you say it with me? They. Do the action with me. They. Well done. And we have another tricky word here. Your. Can you do it with me? Your. And again, your. Now you might notice again, there is a word within this word that you should recognise. It's you with an er. So again, when we come to be doing some spelling, some writing later, you with a er. See if you can remember that. Lock it in. Use those sharp eyes. Lock the words in. We have they and your. Now I've been a little bit mean. I've got a horrible little challenge here. Look, all of these words look like there are so many on there and they're all black, it's all hard to read, but actually there's only 2 words there. They're all just repeated. You've got to match them and count them. So find how many your words are on my board and how many they words are on the board. I'd like to know, have we got more of your or more of they? Have a count up, see if you can spot them all. I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you so you can see. That's better, isn't it? Now we can spot them, so check. You were right. How many yours? I put a circle around your and I changed they to blue. Did you spot them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yours. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 they words. So how many do we have them? Which words, sorry, do we have the most of? We have the most of your. That's right, because we have 5 your and 4 they. 5 is 1 more than 4, isn't it? That's really easy maths for us. Okay, now we're going to do what we always do and have a look at a sentence and make a prediction about what we might see underneath our shape. So let's start with this tricky word. We can. We can go to your, hard word here, it's long, let's split it up. Garden. Guys, can you hear a little noise? I can too. Turn it off please, Ivy. We have a little audience member in the kitchen and she started to play music. That's not annoying at all, Ivy. Stop it, please. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so we didn't finish, did we? Ready? We can go to your garden. Garden. We can go to your garden. So what do we think might be underneath our rectangle shape? What do we think? It will be a garden, I agree. Whose garden? We can go to your garden. I don't know whose garden it could be. And we, who's going? Is it one person or more than one person? What do you think? Let's see, shall we? See if you made some close predictions. There is a beautiful garden. Did you know the garden would be full of flowers and little tiny bumblebees? You might not see them from where you are. We've got 3 children, so that is more than one child, isn't it? More than one. So if you said that there was more than one person in this garden, you were right. Don't know whose garden it is, but I could try and guess. I don't really know though. So maybe it's the boys, because he stood up, he looks like he's in charge. Perhaps he's telling them what to plant, what to play with. Okay, tricky word, they. Tricky word, they. They jump. They jump in the dark. They jump in the dark. Who jumps in the dark? Can you have a little think? Just stay there for a moment and think. Who might jump in the dark? Did you think? Who could jump in the dark? Who is it? Could it be people? Could it be a rabbit? A dog? What other creatures might jump in the dark? Why are they in the dark? Not sure. Maybe it could be children at a party, a disco, where the lights are all off and they're jumping as they dance. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see, shall we? Who's this? It's the skeleton family from Funny Bones. We remember this story. Well, I remember this story and it reminds me of you guys so much. We had a really lovely time learning about bones, didn't we? And Bob Bones came from the hospital. They do jump in the dark, don't they? What do? They say, boo! They do, they jump. They're trying to scare people at night time, I remember. They didn't find anybody, though, did they? Because everybody was in bed, and rightly so. Okay, what are we going to read next? Tricky word, they. They did not. They did not go to the park. They did not go to the park. Who didn't go to the park? Why didn't they go to the park? What do you think? Maybe it was raining and they didn't go. Perhaps they didn't want to go. How would you feel if you were told you can't go to the park? They might be feeling a bit sad, a bit grumpy, or they're happy because it's raining. They don't want to go to the park. I don't know. They. Is it one person or more than one person? So many questions around what we read. I wonder. Let's see. Oh, that is a grumpy face, isn't it? That was a bit like me earlier when everything kept going wrong and the technology kept breaking on me. I was like, can you pull that face? Grumpy face. He's really grumpy and, oh, look at her face. She's like, isn't she? Look at her fists. Oh, I think if this goes wrong again, I might go, I hope none of you have been pulling these faces while you've been at home. You haven't, have you? No. You're all such lovely, happy, calm children. I can't imagine it. If you have, just turn to your grown-ups now and smile and say, sorry. Because we know that these emotions are normal. And I think these children, maybe they did want to go to the park and that's why they feel so grumpy, because they really wanted to go. A bit like me, actually. I've been really fancying going to the park recently, have you? Because of all this gorgeous sunshine. We're not allowed to go at the moment, are we? So we're just going into our gardens or just spending time in our homes looking out the window. So I can feel their frustration. But when everything's better, we'll all be going back to the park, I'm sure, and we'll appreciate it so much more. Okay, tricky word, your. Your, crown. Your crown is, this is a big word, isn't it? Ready? Big. Bigger, remember? Bigger. We've got those syllables again, haven't we? Your crown is bigger than. Your crown is bigger than hers. Read it back to me. Your crown is bigger than hers. Who might be wearing a crown? Your crown is bigger. Who would wear a big crown? Bigger than hers. Who is her? Is it a girl? Is it a boy? How do you know? I think you're right. It's a girl. It will be a girl because it would say his. Your crown is bigger than his if it was a boy. So it's a girl, but who is the girl? Why has she got a smaller crown? Maybe she just likes smaller crowns. Who is she? Is she a princess? Is she a queen? I don't know. Is she a mermaid with a crown? I don't know. What predictions have you made? What do you think? So we have somebody that looks like a king and he's got a rather big crown on. And then we have a beautiful princess or a queen, I'm not sure. And she has a delicate, smaller crown on. So your is him. Your crown is bigger than hers. And hers, she is the other person that we're talking about here because she has a smaller crown. That's quite tricky, isn't it? All the things that we think about when we're reading. Okay, what's next? I should know. Can you spell the tricky words? So our favourite face to pull. Can you spell them? Yes, You can. I know you can, because I've seen your tricky word spelling and you are fantastic at it. I'm always so proud of you. You take it all in, you lock it in your minds. We use all our sharp eyes and you just do so well. So see if you can remember those tricks that I told you right at the beginning. Okay, the first tricky word I would like you to try and write is they. What did I say? What did I say at the beginning? Did you remember? Yeah, tell me again. Let's see if you can remember. So the first letter we need is T for they, or for the, if you've remembered the trick. Okay, T. And then, what comes next? Shout it at me. Yes, that's right. Now we have the tricky word the, but we're not trying to spell the, are we? What are we spelling? They. So what do we need at the end? If I say it really clearly, you might just hear that last sound. Ready? They. Did you hear that? Yes. They. Have a good look. Check your spelling. See if you've got it right. And if you haven't, does it matter? No. We just do it again and again and again. Can you now write it for me 5 times? Before we move on to the next one, pause if you need to. Okay, we're on our last word. It's your. Okay, remember the trick. What did I tell you? That's right. Tell me. Yes, you with an So in your or you can hear the first sound. So let's see, here we go. Yeah. What comes next? If we were just trying to spell you, because we know that's the trick. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, good. And the next letter's the hardest bit, because when we're trying to write you, we always go you, and we get oo. We're not sounding out you. We can't sound it out because it's tricky. So your is you with a, so yeah, or, that's right, it's an yeah, ooh, but we're not writing you. We're not writing you, we're writing your. What's that missing letter? Can you remember? Well done, it was an You are doing brilliantly. Can you now write your 5 times, just like you did with they? Well done, everybody. You are making me so proud. I miss you all so much. I miss seeing all of your happy little faces when you think you've succeeded and you think, yes, I did it. Please keep being that happy when you're successful, when you're feeling like you're learning. Look at this certificate I've made for you. I knew you'd get to the end of this video. I knew you'd remember the 2 tricky words, they and your. And it says, wow, because you guys are absolutely brilliant. You are smashing it. You're smashing your tricky words. So you have this lovely certificate. This award is presented to reception. That's you guys, for tricky words work. Okay, well done. I'm so proud of you. Keep working hard. Keep sending me all of your work. I love seeing it. Be good boys and girls. Speak to you soon.